mad at him, and you were mad at me, and now I get
I was never mad at you. And now you understand why I was mad at you, but I was never mad at you. You don't keep secrets from people.
It just clicked. Sorry. Okay, so he told me, right? Like, I don't even remember when, in the summer. And then I didn't tell her because I didn't want to add to her stress. So I waited.
You don't get to do that. Just FYI, if you have a best friend you talk to them about it.
Yeah.
This is what best friends do, is support through it. We just do. We drop what we're doing. We're there, and we support and love. And
so I gave her a hard time because she was annoyed that I didn't tell her because I didn't want to add to her stress. And I just realized how stupid that sounds because I was annoyed at my husband for not telling me. Also,
hi, everyone. I have some new updates about Meri Brown and her close friend Jen, who is currently going through a very difficult time with her husband. Recently, Meri and Jen spent a Friday evening with some friends. It was a short get-together, but it gave Jen a chance to open up about what she's been dealing with lately. Meri also shared how she's been supporting Jen during this very emotional and stressful period. Honestly, it showed a caring and compassionate side of Meri that many viewers of Sister Wives might not often notice. People can sometimes be quick to judge based on what they see on TV or social media. It's easy to form opinions when we only see small parts of someone's life, especially if a show is edited to fit a certain storyline. And sometimes when someone sounds impatient or short-tempered online, we might not realize they're just under a lot of pressure. In Jen's case, her situation has been going on for over 2 years, so it makes more sense why emotions have been running high. Jen's husband was diagnosed with sarcoma, a type of cancer. When the first lump appeared over 2 years ago, doctors initially thought it was a very aggressive form of the disease. Later, after seeing a cancer specialist, they discovered it was a different kind, but it still spread fast. Since then, he has gone through major surgeries and radiation. Recently, 3 tumors were removed from his leg, which caused a lot of damage to his calf area. He lost a large section of tissue and hasn't been able to walk properly since. Now, he's in recovery and using crutches. During all of this, Meri made a big personal sacrifice. She had been planning to move to New York and start a new chapter of her life after separating from Cody. She was excited about traveling and enjoying new experiences. But when she found out about Jen's situation, she put everything on hold and decided to stay in Utah to help. That's real friendship. Jen even joked that she didn't know Meri made this choice until months later because Meri didn't want to make a big deal out of it. On top of everything, Jen herself has been dealing with serious health issues. She had to have a hysterectomy due to a non-cancerous tumor in her uterus, and right as she was recovering, her husband's cancer returned. It was an extremely hard year, both emotionally and physically. Even though Meri sometimes gets criticism from fans, this situation shows how deeply she cares about those close to her. She's someone who shows up when it matters, no matter what. People might say it's the same way she supported Janelle after her son passed. She's now standing by Jen. They've both been there for each other through the hardest times to help with medical bills and other costs. Jen's family is organizing a fundraiser. Jen is strong, caring, funny, and loyal land right now. She could use some support from the community. Jen and her loved ones have been going through a really tough time. A couple of years ago, they received heartbreaking news her husband was diagnosed with cancer. Since then, they've spent nearly 2 years quietly dealing with this difficult journey. On top of the emotional weight, they've faced many physical and financial challenges. Over time, Jen's husband has gone through several major operations. And more recently, their son was badly hurt in a serious bicycle crash. In the face of all this, their close friends have stepped up. They're organizing community events to help ease the family's financial strain. Medical costs continue to grow every day, and the goal is to support them so they can focus on recovery, not bills. One of the main events is called the Sullivan Family Bike Ride and Breakfast Fundraiser, which will take place on Saturday, July 26th in Parowan, Utah, ***. The morning starts at 8 a.m. with a group bike ride, followed by breakfast. The event will be held at Lizzie's Heritage Inn, and the cost is just $10 per person for each part of the event. Every cent raised will go directly to cover the family's growing medical bills for those who can't attend but still want to help. Donations can be made directly through Venmo at Sullivan Family 2006. And if you're local or able to travel later, there's another event planned for *** Monday, September 1st, *** a bake sale and raffle, also in Parowan. More details about that will be shared soon. Parowan is a small town, so many supporters who live elsewhere may not be able to attend in person. Still, it's wonderful to see Meri Brown using her large social media presence to help. Meri has thousands of followers across platforms like Instagram and TikTok, and she's using that reach to bring attention to her best friend's situation. Jen doesn't have a big following herself, so this support means a lot. The pain Jen's family is dealing with is overwhelming. While her husband continues to go through treatments, her son recently suffered multiple broken bones in the bike accident. Thankfully, he's expected to recover. But it's been a heavy emotional load for Jen coping with her own health issues, her husband's illness, and now her son's injuries too. In a video update, Jen explained more about her husband's condition. He has a rare cancer called myxoid liposarcoma, a type of sarcoma that forms in fat cells. It often starts as small, soft lumps under the skin and can grow aggressively if not treated quickly. One tumor in his leg grew so large that doctors had to remove an area roughly the size of a football. It has been an incredibly painful and difficult process. According to the Cleveland Clinic, myxoid liposarcoma can be treated, especially if caught early. Though the 5-year survival rate is high around 92%, the long-term outlook can vary. And there's always a risk that cancer could return. Despite it all, Jen and her family are staying strong. With help from friends, community members, and anyone who feels moved to donate, they are continuing to fight every day. It's always good to remember that survival statistics are just rough estimates. Everyone's situation is different, and sometimes things go better than expected. Right now, the plan is to keep a close eye on him. The doctors found a tiny mass in his lungs, and they'll be regularly checking it through scans to monitor any changes. They don't want to take chances, so they're staying on top of it. He also has to watch out for any unusual bumps that might appear on his skin. If anything pops up, he'll need to have it looked at right away so they can remove it before it causes problems. This kind of illness can return in different ways, so being alert is very important. The earlier they catch something, the easier it is to deal with. So far, he's gone through radiation and surgery. I'm not sure if he's had chemotherapy as part of his treatment. There are a lot of different ways doctors can handle this kind of cancer. They choose what's best based on how the disease is behaving and how the patient's body is responding. His type of cancer is a specific form of liposarcoma. It's actually the second most common kind in that category and makes up about 30% of all liposarcoma cases. This type often affects people between the ages of 35 and 55, which makes things even more challenging. This isn't something that gets fixed overnight. It's going to take a long time, and in some cases, it may be something they have to manage for the rest of his life. That's incredibly hard, not just for him, but also for the people who love him and are caring for him every day. Jen, for example, is going through so much right now. She's doing her best to stay strong, raising 2 children while trying to work and handle everything that's happening with her husband. It's more than most people can imagine having to deal with. If you've been wondering how you can support her, she has shared some information on her Instagram account. You'll find more details about what she's been going through, including clips from a video she did as part of Friday Night with Friends. In that video, she opened up about the challenges they're facing as a family. Meri also shared her side, and it was a very emotional moment. The full video might still be available on Meri's Instagram. She sometimes posts these things on her Facebook or TikTok as well. Though with TikTok, if she went live, the video might not be saved unless she chose to post it later. So if you want to see the full story and hear it directly from them, Instagram is probably the best place to look right now. It's honestly so much for Jen to carry on her shoulders. She's a mother trying to take care of her kids while also supporting a sick husband, managing appointments, worrying about his health, and continuing to work. That's a lot for one person. No one should have to face something like this alone. That's why supporting emotional, financial, or even just kind words means the world to someone in her position. I really hope his recovery keeps moving in the right direction and that there's no serious return of the cancer. We're all hoping for the best outcome, and that this is something they can manage without more major setbacks. Watching all of this happen, especially seeing Meri get emotional while talking about Jen and her husband, was honestly heartbreaking. You could feel how deeply she cares about them and how much this is affecting her. To talk, please feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Let us know what you think or if you've gone through something similar. Stories like these remind us how important it is to be there for each other, especially during difficult times. If you found this video meaningful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps more people see it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you'll always know when a new video is posted. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, and for being part of this community. It really does mean a lot. See you next time. Bye, besties.